Hi everyone, it's Zara. I'm back. Sorry for my broken overhead cam. I'm gonna fix it as soon as possible, but in the meantime, bear with me. And also, I'm super busy building my website currently. Go check it out. It's in the socials box in the upper left corner. I'm also gonna include some valuable life lessons I've learned over the years. Not trying to sell you some magic pill to cure your depression or something like that. Just gonna share something I've learned from my 27 years of life about how to live life and what makes you happy and what doesn't. What works for me might not work for you. So there's no one-size-fits-all approach to mental health and happiness. But I hope what I can share can still help some of you. I think the most valuable lesson can be summed up as if you settle for anything less than deciding to follow your dreams and be exactly who you are, don't show any false faces to others, and don't let anyone dictate your way of life. If you live life any other way than this, you're setting yourself up for unhappiness. That's what I learned. I've suffered from depression for many years, other mental health issues that I'm going to talk about on a separate page with a trigger warning. But yeah, all I can say is live your life, follow your dreams. You only have one life, make the best out of it. Adult life can be boring, but there's no reason it has to be. I recently I struggled for a long time with university. I've been at uni for 12 years now, 11 years, 12 years. Yeah, I shit you not. Uni in Germany is a bit more chill than in other countries. People don't really care how long you study, as long as you study at all, or or maybe you don't. Many people are only enrolled because they need the public transport ticket. But yeah, I've always struggled with the fact that I knew that working for a company just wouldn't be for me. That being stuck in this 9 to 5 rut would not be a lifestyle that I would be happy with. And I guess many of you can relate. Like working an office job or a retail job or something like that is super tiring. Of course, we need people in the society who work jobs like this. We need working garbage collection. We need people who work in supermarkets, Starbucks, McDonald's, stuff like that. We need those people because yeah, we rely on their services, and we should treat them with respect and dignity, as we should treat all human beings. And we should always thank them for the role they play in our lives. Hi there, dear viewer. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you have anything you want to say, just use the chat box or hit me up on my socials. They're on my website. Um, yeah, I'm trying to cut down on the rambling and get to some drumming today. I'll be drumming to one of my favorite Shikari albums. It's called the Mindsweep. I downloaded it 1 or 2 months ago before it actually hit the stores. It was pre-release version for, I think, Music Magazine with the message, "This is not to leak," in a computerized voice overlaid on some of the songs. But I was so curious for some new Shikari tracks that I didn't mind. Also, I gave my girlfriend a copy of that album at that time, and made some pretty cool art with my typewriter. I typed out the lyrics of the entire opening song, The Appeal and the Mindsweep Part 1, on a typewriter, but spaced in such a way that it was the Enter Shikari logo and the lyrics all at once. I'm definitely going to post a picture of that one. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I love Enter Shikari. They're a great inspiration for me in many things. When it comes to society, spirituality, religion, they talk on many of those touchy subjects, and they have really open-minded views, and I can really recommend them. They make awesome music. They're great guys, and I have lots of respect and love for them. Saw them live like 7 times. They have such great stage energy. If you've never been to a Shikari show, you should definitely do that. And that's enough of the rambling for now. Okay, I've got one more. I'm trying to say this in as many videos as possible. I might be playing a lot of Russian music, but that's not because I side with Russia in this war or anything like that. Fuck Putin, fuck the war in Ukraine. But I play Russian music because I still want to share my love for the Russian culture and the Russian people. All of the Russian people I've met over the years were the nicest people, and there are many prejudices, like, of course, homophobia and transphobia and stuff like that is a bigger problem in Russia than it is in West Europe. There's no denying that, but all of the Russians I've met in my life have been super nice, and I've always been like the weird guy who wears makeup and stuff like that. They never treated me with anything less than the dignity you should treat everyone with. You know what I'm saying? We're all humans on one planet. Nation states are not what define us. Sexuality and gender identity is not what defines and separates us, and our religious beliefs shouldn't be what separates us. Shikari talk about a lot of those topics in their songs, so yeah, let me just quickly search the album. I didn't do that yet, and take a couple puffs from a cigarette, and then I'll get right to this awesome album. All right, here we go. The Mindsweep by Enter Shikari. Oh, fair warning, I don't know the exact drum parts. I'm improvising, as always. Oh, and I'm not playing via headphones. I'm playing through my speaker. It emulates the live setting more. You know, in a live setting, you might have your click on headphones, but how well you hear your bandmates always depends on the sound guy's ability. So don't rely on getting too much of a clear sound of your bandmates in your ears, and learn to play cleanly anyway. To the struggling and striving stakeholders of this planet, this floating rock we call Earth. Alas, that means you. That means every one of your acquaintance, every figure your eyes can pass in the street, every charlatan still to defeat, every tender face you find solace in. Now mimic the mindset William Wallace was in. Disembark, descend from your existence. Slacken your hands, decant your head. It's a long road there, about as useful as boring. Acting on your dinner plane. All right, what I just quickly wanted to say, it's been a while since I last listened to this album in its entirety, and I'm always a bit nervous when playing, so don't hate me too much for fucking up the drum parts. I'm trying my best. Let me just quickly pick up the stick and go on. Whip the carpet from beneath my feet. Someone upturned the furniture in my mind. But oh, how rich the soil, how wondrous the upheaval. It's time to embark. But oh, how rich the soil, how wondrous the upheaval. It's time to embark. Hold on 1 second, I'm gonna pause after this song. My dear friend Julian, who's currently visiting from Hamburg, has just returned, and I'm gonna give him time to put in some earplugs. All right, let me just talk about the website a little bit while he's preparing and putting earplugs in. I'm currently building my website. You can find the link in the social section in the upper left corner. Go check it out. It's called Sora Drums because being a drummer is what I most identify with out of all things. But I have many other talents and hobbies, and this website is more of a personal multimedia blog like some Tumblr, but only on an own server and with many subpages. I did everything myself from HTML, JavaScript, CSS. I only built this website starting March 28, so it's kind of impressive how much I was able to create content-wise in just like 4 or 5 days. I don't know which date we have today, but yeah, go check it out. I've already uploaded all of the pictures from my old Instagram account automatically. We're using Instaloader, and I used the PhotoSwipe Gallery plugin, which I extended to also support videos and YouTube and Vimeo embeds. The original plugin only supported images. So yeah, I'm a huge tech nerd programmer. I love Linux, but I'm currently using macOS. Been using it for like 1 month now, and I have to say I really, really like the macOS experience. And I say that as a Linux power user who has used his first distro at 8 years old. So yeah, macOS really is not as bad as the reputation it gets sometimes. It's a really, really usable system with a lot of useful shit pre-installed like SSH and a VNC viewer. I can connect to my network drive via NFS. All of those things are already pre-installed. The first time you type git into the terminal, it asks you if you want to install developer tools. The multi-touch gestures are something that I really, really love. I don't use an Apple laptop. Actually, I use a Lenovo ThinkPad P50, and it's a Hackintosh system, but macOS Monterey runs really, really smoothly on it. The only thing that sadly doesn't work and will never work is the display output, but I can live with that, and the multi-track gestures, they really, really let me forget that I'm not working with multiple screens, because they make switching between programs really easy and natural. Apple really put a lot of work into that, and the main reason I switched to macOS is because Linux is great for a lot of things, but it's a catastrophe when it comes to audio stuff. As a musician, I need a system that I can reliably use for audio processing, and Linux doesn't even offer a simple VST equalizer plugin. Like, can you imagine that? I started streaming on Linux, and I ditched Linux for streaming because it just wasn't suitable. Apple has done a really, really good job with the core audio subsystem. It's the best system for musicians. It's the best system. You don't have any latency problems like you do in Windows. You don't need to install any special drivers for low latency or stuff like that. Apple has it all pre-built into the system, which is why I think macOS and the Apple ecosystem are perfect for musicians. But I'm not a huge fan of the company policy, the closed walls. They should do more open source shit. Like, they do some open source, but you know what I mean. And their devices are really, really expensive, which is why I'm using a Lenovo laptop. Just hold on a sec. Julian, hast du jetzt Ohrstöpsel reingepackt oder Kopfhörer? He still got a plug, earplugs in. He was rolling a cigarette. So yeah, as I talked about at the beginning of the video, what I'm also going to share on my website are some pretty valuable life lessons that I've learned, not selling some magic pill to cure your depression or anything like that, but some of the stuff I figured out the hard way on my 27 years I've lived, and I'm gonna include lots of common sayings about life and what I think about them, what experience has taught me, whether they're right or wrong, like common proverbs and sayings, stuff you've heard all the time, whether it be from parents, music, religion, TV, culture. You get books, you get it. There are a lot of wisdoms about life. Some of them work for me, some others don't. And I'm going to share my experience on how adopting a different mindset finally led me out of my depression. Might work for you, might not, but I'm just trying my best to help anyone. And of course, it's all for free. I don't do any registration or stuff like that on my website. I hate that stuff. I'm a fan of the open internet. I hate registration boxes. I want free access to everything. I also support Library Genesis for providing free access to all the expensive books and papers in academia that are usually hidden behind paid walls. It's just so unfair. Like, the people who work in academia, they work their asses off. They dedicate their lives to producing scientific results. And what do the publishing companies do? They take their work and they charge horrendously high prices, prohibitively high prices, for access to valuable information that should be freely accessible to anyone on the planet free of charge. And that's why I support piracy. I'm a big fan of the internet, alternative subculture scene, etc. Hacking in the traditional sense, not in the sense of breaking other people's laptops, but in a sense of hack spaces, stuff like that. Chaos Computer Club, you might have heard of it. I think they're pretty cool guys. I'm like a huge tech nerd who loves to explore the inner workings of stuff, tinker around with code, modify it to do what I want, stuff like that. I'm just gonna ask my friend again if he's finally put on his earplugs so I can get on with the album. Yo, Julian, Ohrstöpsel drin? All right. Let's go on with the album. Next up is Myopia. Also got this album as a vinyl. It's really cool. I like vinyl. I don't have many vinyls, but the Mindsweep is one of them. love this transition between the songs. The first time I heard it, I thought it was a single song. On the vinyl, however, it fades out and ends side A, and you have to start side B with this one. Oh fuck, I'm so terribly sorry. I only just realized that I forgot to switch on the 48 volts for the overhead mics and the hi-hat mic and the room mic. My drum set must have been horrible up until now. I apologize for that. Oh fuck. like this song because I think it describes the vision of a moneyless society, or at least a society in which money doesn't play as much of a role anymore. And I'm a staunch believer in that. I believe money is nice as a universally accepted exchange token for stuff, but it should never be like the prerequisite for living a happy and fulfilled life. And I believe that a society without money can work if we only learn to maintain community networks, neighborhood networks, help each other. Like, I don't know, if you know how to paint a room or stuff like that, and you know that some neighbors in your area might need help or something like that, you might offer your services for free or for a crate of beer or whatever you want to offer. And I'm thinking about maybe even creating an app or a website where people can exchange can exchange their information, like what services they have to offer, what services they need, what skills they can teach, what skills they want to learn from someone, what recipes they can cook, what recipes they want to learn from others, and stuff like that. And this is stuff I want, this is stuff I don't need anymore, and something like that, you know, just helping each other out, because I've learned that life is much easier if you just I don't know, help each other out, always go through life with an open mindset. Like, I've been much of an edgy teenager and depressed tween myself. Like, I've struggled with mental health issues for many years, and I know that it's easy to be like sarcastic and cynic about everything and not pay attention to anyone, be like, fuck people, fuck everyone, just leave me alone. But believe me, you're much happier if you just like openly interact with people. I'm actually planning on designing a small business card and hanging it with a lanyard around my neck, being like, hi, I'm Sora, just talk to me if you think you want to talk to me. Like, I'm not shy, just do it. I love new conversations, meeting new people from all different walks of life, different cultures, different ethnicities, gender identities, whatever. I don't care. I love and respect every single one of you and every single person on this planet. I believe we all deserve the same amount of dignity and the ability to lead a peaceful and happy and fulfilled life. And with the current state of society, it's just not possible, or at least hard to achieve, and I think we need to work on that. I do believe, as do Enter Shikari, that a better society is possible if only we start working on it. And I hope I can be some kind of neighborhood influencer / catalyst to help neighborhood communities grow. I don't know. I don't want to be like one of those influencer types who sell their soul to some brand or stuff like that. I don't want to work for any big companies or any companies at all. I want to start my own business. Like, my dream is to tour the world in a van with a band and play some cool gigs in front of people who love the music we're playing. Like, doesn't matter, doesn't have to be a stage, like a basement or a living room or whatever is fine. If you want to come over and make music, if you're from around here, come visit me in my living room. I've got instruments, bring an amp. I've got a full drum kit in my living room. I'm actually streaming from my living room, and neighbors are really chill with it. So yeah, we just need to build community networks. You know, I've spent 9 months in Durham as a year abroad. I study in Bochum in Germany, but we have a cooperation in the maths department. I study maths and computer science. We have a cooperation in the maths department with Durham University, which is a really renowned university in England. It's I've often heard it's the third choice if Oxford and Cambridge don't work out, but outside of England it's not that well known. But it's like an elite university, and I had a great year there. I didn't go to lectures too much, to be honest. I just lived my life as I've always done and did what made me happy. And I've been in 2 great bands there, Gecko and Echoes in the Glass. Echoes in the Glass was like just some small side project. We played 1 gig during our time there, and we only played covers. We played some like Kings of Leon, Sex on Fire, Twin Size Mattress by the Front Bottoms, Decode by Paramore, and also Misery Business. Some other pretty cool songs. The Hell Song by Sum 41. Some of the pop-punk emo classics that everyone loves. Nightmare by Avenged Sevenfold. And the other band, Gecko, was a punk band. And Gecko was only a band for like 6 months, and it had an expiry date. Like, we all knew we were going different paths after this year. But we still had a lot of fun, and the music scene in Durham was just so vibrant. Like, we often got offered gigs to play just on the same day or the day afterwards. Like, it was like, hey guys, do you want to play gig at Empty Shop tomorrow? Yeah, sure, why not? And it was so awesome. We even got some people who didn't even know our songs to sing along to our music. Everybody was happy when we played I Bet You Look Good on the Dance Floor by the Arctic Monkeys. Everyone loved that song, and we had such great times. I'm so sorry I basically ghosted those guys like I ghosted many, many people in my life when I fell into this big depressive hole. But I finally managed to pull myself out, and I've still got the Gecko demos on my hard disk. They still need to be mastered and mixed, but I'm definitely planning to do that. Hey Gecko guys, if you guys see this video, I've still got the demos, no worries, and I'm still planning on getting this music out. I'm sorry my mental health was just too fucked up. I didn't mean to like ignore any one of you. I just didn't have it in me to communicate with people, to keep in touch. I'm sorry. But those days are over now. Like, let's hang out again and play some music, shall we? And that's enough of the rambling for now. We'll just go on with the last 3 tracks on this album. Also, if you haven't heard it when you first... If you haven't heard it when you first tuned in, my camera, the overhead camera currently has a problem. I'm so incredibly sorry for that. I bought 2 cameras. I bought one on Amazon and one on Kublu to see which one would arrive earlier. And I tested both of them, and both don't work properly with the cable included. I ordered a new cable. It's supposed to arrive today, so I should probably not play the drums for too long, else I won't hear the doorbell. But yeah, I hope this will make the camera work, else I'll just return those cams and get myself like a camcorder and a capture card or a GoPro or something like that. I'll definitely be back with some better overhead video. At the moment I don't have any overhead video. I could now go and tape the webcam I'm currently using as a face cam to the lamp attached over the drum kit, but it would be too much of a hassle right now. I first want to try out the new cable, and if that doesn't work, I'll install the other camera overhead and look for a new, better overhead cam, like something 1080p 60 frames per second would be nice, but something optimized for indoor lighting. Like, I've heard GoPros are popular for drum covers, but GoPros are made for outdoor lighting, so they're not optimal for me, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, sorry for the black screen that says something about can't connect to Elgato webcam or something like that. It's just my tech malfunctioning. That's all. completely forgot that this song is on the album. I've actually never played the song on the drums before because I thought it's just way too hard with the odd meters. Like, I don't have any problems with odd meters, but those songs need proper time to learn the parts. And I've never played this song before, so I'm incredibly sorry for fucking it up like that. Oh, the song is so beautiful. I've started transcribing the piano part, but didn't get around to finishing it yet. It's definitely one song I want to learn how to play on the piano. Hey, Rao, if you see this video, want to teach me how to play the song on the piano, I'd appreciate it. Oh, just kidding. Oh, it's a great song.
I never walked on the moon. I never saw the pyramids. I was never struck by famine of fortune.
I'm sorry, I'm not that good a singer. I've never took any singing lessons, but I'm definitely planning on taking some. I love singing. I'm just not that good at it.
I'll never experience the world you inhabit. I'll never experience the world you inhabit. I never swam with dolphins. I never sang from a mountain top. I was no inventor and no archaeologist.
The song is so inspirational, those lines are so true.
I fret not, for I made my own discovery. I fret not, for I made my own discovery. I fret not, I fret not, I fret not. I fret not, I fret not, I fret not. Just put your weight on my shoulders. For when I dive into your iris, my brain erupts into biochemical mayhem, and I feel like a man with two hearts, with two hearts. I fret not, I fret not, for I made my own discovery. I fret not, I fret not, for I made my own discovery. I fret not, I fret not, I fret not. I fret not, I fret not, I fret not. Just put your weight on my shoulders.
I don't know when exactly the drums set in, I'm so sorry. fun fact about this album, I've been the guy on Tumblr who grabbed most of the lyrics before the album even came out. I had a hard time because I'm not an English native speaker, my native language is German, but I was able to get most of it down. Alright, the closing track. I love that they've used the line from Sorry You're Not a Winner just as a throwback to the old days. It's such a great song, but it's so overplayed. Like, we've all heard it so many times, but it's still a great song. The last line on this album, it's Latin, and it's very. There's a line with. It's a line with a lot of wisdom in it. Its translation is, "With the name change, the story is told of you." Like we often hear all those tales about morals and stuff like that, but we often ignore them when it comes to our own lives. And to Shikari, I think they try to point this out with this incorporation of classic Latin expression "mutator nominated fabula narrata," like if with the name changed, the story is told of you. Like it's in the original, it's preceded with the words "quirides," like "Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? The story's about you. You shouldn't laugh about it. You should take the advice, heed the advice. You know." That's what they're saying. So yeah, this is a really really cool album that I love. I love the other albums as well. Like Enter Shikari are one of my all-time favorites, but the Mindsweep will always hold a very very special place in my heart. Thank you guys so much for making this awesome music, and thank you, dear one viewer, for tuning into my stream. I hope I'll get some more viewers soon. I don't know, and even if I don't care. I care about playing music because that's what I love, and sharing my love of music with others, and trying to be a good, helpful person in general. So I'm just gonna sign off now with the words. Remember what I said. Live your dreams, else you won't be happy. Like, think about what you truly want in life, who you truly want to be, and if there's any like discongruence between who you are and who you want to be, you should think about why and whether you wouldn't be happier if you changed that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, stay posy. Much love to all my guys, gals, and non-binary pals. I love every single one of you. I'll see ya.